right, well, my name is Kyle Thompson. I am the president of Mobile Education Store, and I'm here to talk to you about Crack the Books. Crack the Books is a series of highly interactive digital books designed to solve the two biggest problems facing the parents and teachers of elementary age students. You can walk into any elementary classroom in this country, and what you will never find is a room full of students who all read at grade level. You'll have kids who struggle to read picture books sitting right next to kids who can read the Wall Street Journal, all learning the same things from one book. And classrooms have become so large that it is virtually impossible for teachers to get all the kids that are behind caught up while challenging the gifted students. And the side effect of this is that many students can just lose interest in reading altogether. At its core, what Crack the Books is designed to do is prevent this mold from ever getting set. With our adjustable reading levels, teachers can, with just a touch of a button, adjust the reading level of the text anywhere from the 1st to the 8th grade. But while that reading level changes, the lessons being taught do not. And so this gives teachers a knob to turn, to be able to personalize the learning experience for each student and make sure that content is available to them regardless of their reading ability. Now, while this is a powerful tool, the fact is if kids don't want to read a book, then they're not going to. And so we've worked very hard to make sure that kids want to read Crack the Books. On top of having hundreds of images and videos in each book, we have interactive maps and globes and food webs and habitats and puzzles and other interactives that help students experience the content rather than just read about it. And it makes for a truly immersive learning experience that helps students discover a love of reading and learning. Now, I have had success selling to schools through the parents of struggling students because these folks can help drive products into the school systems through speech therapists, intervention programs, special needs programs, resource rooms. And I know this works because it's exactly how I've sold nearly 500,000 speech therapy apps over the last 5 years, despite the fact I have not spent a single penny nor a moment of time marketing to schools. There is a back door into the school systems. I have been developing our authoring engine for the last 2 years and working with a team of US-based educators on the content, and we've been partnering with universities on the content to ensure its accuracy and that it is up to date. I have self-funded this development through my speech therapy app revenues. However, I did close an angel investor round this past August to help me get to my product launch. We are building Crack the Books to be a subscription service. We'll have a bookshelf app you can download for free, try it out. If you like it, your school likes it, then you can subscribe to the service and get access to all of the books, plus a whole bunch of bonus content. We've already achieved quite a bit of traction in the marketplace. Despite a recent launch, we have 1,000 paid downloads. Just this school year, we've had 6 school districts make bulk purchases. I have over 24 evangelists, and these are folks who do not work for me, going around the country right now telling schools and other conference attendees about Crack the Books. And we've received very positive reviews in the press. But the most important thing is that the teachers that are using Crack the Books report to us that their students are getting real benefit and really enjoy the series. And we have 3 more books. We have 3 books for sale on iTunes. We have 3 more that'll launch when our service launches in the February-March timeframe. That'll round out our Earth Science series. Then we'll move on to social studies, physical sciences, even classic literature. We've got a lot of books planned for the future. About 2 months ago, I put out a survey where I took a 1-minute clip of Crack the Books in action, and I asked 10 questions. And in 3 days, I had over 900 respondents, and the data was very clear. 95% of the respondents said that based on what they saw, they would subscribe to Crack the Books with as few as 6 titles. So I know that I have something that people want and need. And while I believe I can achieve some measure of success selling to schools and working my way in slowly, or selling to parents and working my way in slowly to schools through the back door, in order for Crack the Books to be a big success, I need to go through the front door of schools. And I cannot do that on my own. I need a partner that not only can help me with visibility, but can also help me sell to schools at the enterprise level. I think I'm about out of time. Thanks so much, and please come to my booth and let me give you a demo of Crack the Books, and you can see for yourself what a digital book can really do. Thank you.
Yes. Are you authoring the books?
I am not authoring the books. I have a writer. I work with one person that does the raw research, and we work with consultants. For my oceans book, I was able to hire the assistant dean of the University of Alaska's oceanography program. He helped us kind of put it all together. Then we do a rough draft, and then when that's approved by the consultant, then we go to the writer, and then he pretties it up and makes it fun to read.
So could you talk a little bit about the economics?
Sorry, say that again?
Could you talk a little bit about the economics of doing, say, a book?
Yeah, so when we launch the service, the plan is that when we start off and we just have the 6 titles, it'll be $20 a year for a subscription service, and it'll be a 1-year subscription with that. So, and then for schools, they can purchase site licenses, and then the costs will go down depending on how many seats that they're buying. So, and as we expand our library, then we can revisit the pricing. So.
Can you apply the same production techniques and functionality to licensed content as well as content you author from scratch?
Well, actually, one of the things that we're doing with our bookshelf app is we have this bonus content section on the bottom, and we're doing exactly that. We're going to license some content. I've already been in contact with 6 people that write articles, just kind of stuff about nature or sciences that we'll embed in there and be part of it. We can't take somebody else's content real easily and just put it in the book, because that content has to be put into a text file, because the difference between the books is just text files. So it has to be put into the text file with special codes and things like that. But yeah, we are going down the path of doing exactly that.
And why earth science?
Why earth science? Yeah. Because I was really interested in earth science, and that's what I want to start with. So, and social studies is next, because that's what teachers want. So,
just a question about market, accessing the market as well. You mentioned distribution. I think it was last year LightSail was on this stage, and so
I heard about them.
So what's your differentiator from the LightSails of the world and some of the other reading platforms
that are
coming up?
What I've always done with my apps and why I've been successful is that I don't forget that kids have to want to use these things. And then it's hard to describe without seeing video and stuff like that. But one of the things, I think the most common, the most common complaint that I get from the teachers that are using this is what happens trying to get kids interested in reading the next book after Crack the Books, because I've been told it's a pretty big letdown. And it just to see kids that have special needs and they're laughing and enjoying themselves and being involved in a book like they've never been involved before, according to their parents and teachers, and then having a student that is, reading at the high school senior level that's a classmate of theirs, and he's enjoying it just as much too. It's just, I think that's why I think getting the bookshelf app out, let people try it. And then they're going to see. But I think it's the combination. The reading levels isn't enough. It's all the interactives and the immersive nature of it that really kind of make it a whole package.
Thanks.